You think the fight ends when you draw a clear line, but that's when the siege begins. Narcissists don't storm the gate. They cut the power and wait. Ready to spot every hidden strike? Stay with me. Jung warned, in all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. CW 9I, Far 66. Silence unsettles you because it echoes your own shadow, old guilt, secret doubt, unfinished fear. Each firm boundary flips their universe. Panic grows in the vacuum your compliance once filled. Boundary erosion starts with tiny favors, polite pleas, inch-by-inch pressure disguised as friendship. Silent smear follows. Worried whispers paint you unstable, isolating you before you even notice. Weaponized calm is their final mask. Peace baiting you into self-sabotage. Answer with differentiated compassion, brief refusals, written records, joy apart from them. Order now shields your freedom. If this map helped you hold the line, subscribe and share. It keeps the lights on for others. Jung, quote, "The most dangerous conflicts are those not between two people, but between one person and himself." A narcissist's fury isn't the main event. It's the silence that follows your first hard no. In that hush, they draft blueprints for siege. They replay every confession you once whispered, list the friends who still doubt themselves, tally the favors you left half owed. Your new boundary is concrete, but concrete cracks under slow, dripping water, not hammers. They lower their voice to lull yours. They pull away so you'll chase. They let days pass until guilt grows mold in your mind. And while you wait for the next outburst, they test for pinholes, asking a harmless question about your day, forwarding a meme you once loved, reminding you how kind you used to be. Carl Jung wrote, "Whatever is rejected from the self appears in the world as an event. You rejected servitude. Now the world answers with yet pressure." The narcissist's retreat isn't surrender, it's reconnaissance. They map where your courage thins at midnight, where memories make you soft at dawn. If calm feels like peace, remember every fortress lost to slow starvation. Reframe the hush. It's camouflage, nothing more. Stand watch over your smallest doubts, because that's where the enemy plants seeds. And breathe. Each steady exhale tells your nervous system the war outside can't rewrite the truth inside. If this first warning steadied your resolve, keep listening. The real ambush hides in what comes next. Silence grips harder than a scream because it drags forgotten fears into sharp light. The moment you say no, the narcissist turns that quiet into a hall of mirrors, each pain reflecting the dread you never voiced. You hear a pause, and your mind races. Did I go too far? Will they leave? Am I unlovable again? Carl Jung warned, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." The narcissist banks on the darkness staying hidden. They tilt their head, sigh just loud enough, then wait. Your heart rewinds to nights when a parent's cold shoulder stung worse than any shout. Shame surfaces, and you start drafting apologies they never asked for. That inner scramble feeds them. They measure it like bankers counting coins. Recognize the setup. Silence becomes a projector, and your own shadow writes the script. Bring the script into daylight. Name the lines. Fear of abandonment, panic of failure, hunger for approval. Once you label the ghosts, they stop running the show. Instead of pleading, breathe. Instead of filling gaps with self-blame, let the gaps stay empty. The hush loses its teeth when you treat it as a pause, not a verdict. Picture each doubt as fog drifting across your path. You walk forward and it thins. The narcissist notices the shift. Their CGHs fall flat. Their pauses feel awkward to them, not crushing to you. They retreat again, searching for another lever. You just witnessed the first fracture in their strategy. Hold it. Every second you refuse the guilt loop, your shadow steps into sunlight and their plan loses oxygen. Let that calm settle. You own it now, if the silence no longer scares you. The next tactic must work harder, and hard work exhausts a narcissist faster than confrontation ever could. Keep listening. The real counterpunch arrives when you spot the pattern they try next. Boundary setting flips the entire power map, and the narcissist feels the vacuum where your compliance used to breathe. Nature hates empty space, so they sprint to seal it with confusion, guilt, and pity. Every hour you hold the line, their inner siren wails louder. First, cheerful texts turn clipped, their timing offbeat to keep you uneasy. Next, a mutual friend appears with a gentle, "Are you okay?" planted by the puppet master. Each seed of doubt tests your resolve, because if you stay firm, their facade trembles in public light. Refuse to flinch, and you expose their hidden dependence on your surrender. That threat makes the conflict existential. Your single no now endangers their entire myth of superiority. Carl Jung called this tipping point the power inversion crisis, a psychic earthquake where the oppressor tastes helplessness for the first time. They cannot let the aftershock settle, so pressure escalates in micro-doses, half smiles that vanish when no one watches, forgotten chores suddenly remembered, stories that cast you as uncaring. None of these jabs draw blood, yet they accumulate until your nervous system begs for relief. Anticipate the drip campaign, and you cut its sting. Track the shift. Friendly banter vanishes, replaced by formal politeness sharp enough to cut. Shared memories get edited so you look heartless. Even silence turns strategic. Long gaps designed to amplify your anxiety. Recognize each move as proof your boundary holds. Now choose your stance. Breathe deep, document fact. Repeat your limits without apology. When you refuse the guilt gift, the story starves. Narratives need audience belief. Deny them that fuel. The stakes feel high because they are. You defend not just this moment, but your future pattern of self-trust. Hold steady, and the crisis becomes their awakening, not your collapse. Remember, pressure that cannot move you eventually turns inward on the manipulator, splitting their mask from the inside. You do not need to attack, you only need to remain unmoved. Stage 1 is boundary erosion, the politest siege you'll ever face. It starts with a smile and a softly urgent plea. Could you explain, just once more? You say yes to keep things smooth, and the narcissist records the time, the tone, the look on your face. That tidy sure becomes proof the wall can be breached. Next request arrives warmer, quicker, laced with flattery. No one else explains it like you. You feel seen, so you cave again. Crack widens. They add nostalgia. Remember how generous you were last month? Because gratitude dissolves resistance. Carl Jung warned, all neurosis is a substitute for legitimate suffering. The narcissist avoids their own suffering by nudging you to carry it. Each small favor moves the boundary 2 steps their way, teaching them patience pays. Refuse once and watch the charm sharpen into urgency. I really need this, only this time. That phrase is the tripwire. Hear it and halt. Your defense is a 3-word sentence. No, not today. No extra clauses, no apology. Every added reason writes their next playbook, because excuses invite debate, and debate erodes cement faster than rain. Log each request. Patterns expose motives. Celebrate every kept limit. Deterrence grows stronger than explanation. Silence after a firm no may feel cruel, yet it is mercy to your future self. Hold the pause like a shield. Let their discomfort stay where it belongs. The moment you stop rescuing, they must face their own empty space, and nature can deal with its own vacuum. If this insight helped you spot the first crack, subscribe and share so someone else reinforces their wall before it crumbles. Stage 2 attacks your reputation, not your resolve. Narcissists call it concern, but silent smear spreads like rust, quiet, slow, relentless. They meet a mutual friend for coffee, lower their voice, and sigh, "I'm worried about her. She seems off lately." No accusations, only empathy theater. The friend leaves thinking, maybe she truly struggles. Rumors drift like spores through every shared circle. Invitations fade, chats shrink. You feel exile with no crime scene. Why smear instead of argue? Carl Jung noted, people project their own unacknowledged faults on others. CW10, Sarah 131. The narcissist can't face the mirror your boundary holds, so they export that chaos using your name. Suddenly, you're unstable, selfish, ungrateful. Their story thrives only in darkness, so lift the blinds. Document each contact, date, words, tone. Facts slice rumors' throat. When a friend hints you've changed, answer with calm clarity. I protect my time now. Offer no defense, only truth. Then live so healthily that whispers choke. Show up early, keep promises, laugh easily. Evidence strangles gossip faster than confrontation. Maintain bonds beyond their network. Colleagues, hobby groups, far-flung family. Independent witnesses shatter their monopoly on your narrative. Expect escalation when honesty starts winning. Smears starve in daylight and shriek for shade. They'll mix old favors with new pity, hoping you overreact. Don't. Silence feeds them, rage even more. Choose transparent steadiness. Picture rumors as fog. Steady breath disperses it. Every day you act opposite the caricature, the smear decays. Friends trace whispers back to the source, and the narcissist stands alone in the stench they brood. Hold the line, because after reputations fail, they will weaponize calm itself, a tactic far subtler and more dangerous than gossip. Weaponized calm is the quietest trap they set. One day the narcissist greets you with bright warmth, lingers in the doorway, offers help you never asked for. They answer your texts with perfect timing, never too fast, never too slow, just enough to prove they are over everything. Their eyes stay wide, their smile sticks a second too long, their voice lands half a note higher. You feel tension, but see none, so you wonder if you are the problem. That doubt is the goal. They need you to erupt first so they can play saint, pointing to your anger as proof you are unstable while they bathe in artificial grace. Carl Jung reminded us, the psyche consists essentially of images. Look at the image, not the script. Their body tilts toward you, but their feet angle toward the exit. Their laugh fades before their eyes do. The symbol says, this piece is staged. Match their calm without mimicking the fakery. Speak in brief sentences. No thank you. I'm good. Let silence sit between statements like clean glass, clear, cold, unbreakable. Real peace terrifies pretended peace because it exposes effort. Your steady pulse forces them to raise the stakes. The longer nothing shakes you, the heavier their mask becomes. Document each encounter. Note time, place, words, tone. Evidence anchors sanity. Share written boundaries with a neutral friend outside their orbit. Third-party clarity blocks future distortions. Most of all, honor your body's signals. Off-tempo warmth is still aggression. Isolation dressed as kindness still isolates. Maintain distance until the mask slides from the weight of its own performance. When it falls, and it will, stand at the edge, unshaken, knowing you never had to shout to win. Let the forced serenity echo back at them, while you keep real stillness as your shield. Your strongest armor now is differentiated compassion, empathy that sees humanity, yet refuses rescue missions. Feel their pain, but leave it where it belongs. Craft 3 boundary sentences. Keep them short, neutral, repeatable. I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. Please contact me by email. Use them like martial art forms. Same stance every time, no flourish, no apology. Log each interaction. Patterns reveal motives faster than emotion ever will. Shift conversations to text so truth owns a timestamp. Evidence soothes doubt, and doubt is the mirror they once controlled. Schedule joy with people who honor limits. Laughter in safe company retrains your nervous system away from trauma vigilance. Small celebrations, coffee with a friend who listens, a walk where no one argues. Plant new neural paths that signal peace is normal, crisis optional. Whisper a daily mantra, clarity isn't cruelty. Carl Jung reminded us, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. When their need collides with your no, you face your shadow of guilt, then watch it shrink under daylight honesty. Each firm refusal stretches psychological muscle. You teach your inner child that boundaries mean safety, not exile. The narcissist learns the same lesson from the outside. Your calm repetition drains their fuel. Unpredictability once fed them, but consistency starves manipulation. Keep records, keep rhythm, keep breathing. If they escalate, you already mapped the playbook. Smear dissolves under transparency. Weaponized calm shatters against genuine stillness. Stand steady, and the war ends where their story can no longer recruit you as a character. If this strategy steadied your hand on the boundary line, subscribe and share so the next survivor finds their armor before the first crack forms. Your first firm no looked small, yet it opened the hero's path from appeasement to autonomy. Every silent ambush, every smiling sabotage confirmed two truths. Manipulation breathes on your self-doubt, and freedom blooms in steadfast clarity. Jung reminds us, there is no coming to consciousness without pain. CW 17 at 288. You felt that pain, named it, and refused to hand it back, gift-wrapped in apology. Tonight, let the hush stay on their side of the wall. You owe them no explanations, no tours of your rebuilt fortress. Keep your records, keep your rituals of joy, keep your 3 boundary sentences polished like keys that open only inward. When their storyline collapses, all that remains is the echo of their own emptiness and your steady pulse. Walk now, shoulders loose, gaze forward. Use your voice where people welcome it, and your silence where wisdom calls. If this map helped you hold the line, share it with one friend still under siege, and subscribe for weekly tactics that keep you sovereign. Your quiet has weight. Let it fall only where you choose. Walk forward, undefeated. The chapter is yours to write.